Hi guys, my name is Viviana Kike. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. If you're here before, welcome back OG. So guys, today we are having a two-part video where I'll be making a bob wig. This part will be me showing you how to make a bob wig hand sewn with different lengths, and the part 2 will be me showing how to cut a bob wig. This video is very beginner friendly. Now this hair was given to me by my client. I have 2 bundles of 8 inches, I have 2 bundles of 12 inches, and I have an 18-inch 2x6 closure. So guys, if you're interested in this video, if you want to learn how to make your wigs yourself, then keep on watching. Okay guys, the first thing you want to do is to put your wig cap on your mannequin. You want to make sure that the lines are intact. That is, the line on the wig cap should match the line on the mannequin, and also your closure should match the line on your wig cap. That way it's just easier to manipulate and know what you're doing. So you want to put a pin right there. You stretch the back, well, not stretch, but place the back along that line on the wig cap, and put your another pin there as well. Now guys, it's important that your closure is as flat as possible. If your closure is not flat, please do not start sewing, because you're just going to get a lumpy wig and you don't want that. Now guys, there are also different types of wig caps. I feel what a lot of people are using is the dome cap. I'm not a fan of the mesh dome cap because I just feel it's very rigid compared to this that has elastic, it has adjustable straps. I feel that if you're going to use a dome cap, you should actually be taking the custom measurement of your client. However, you can actually just reconstruct it to be a one-size-fits-all. All in all, this is my best type of wig caps to use. They are very flexible and they fit all head sizes. Now, when you're sure that your lace closure, lace frontal is flat like this, then you can go ahead and start sewing. So what I like to do is to go 2 stitches from the front so that I can hook my thread. I'm going to show you guys how I hook my thread. So I just pass it through the tail knot like so, and then drag it out. I'm going to adjust this where needed, and then I'll start sewing directly from the front. So I'm going to be doing single blanket stitching or single loop. Honestly guys, I don't know what this is called. I like to do single looping, single blankets for my closures. I don't like to double it because I'll actually be sewing a weft very close to that same line and they're going to intertwine. So I don't want too much thread work going on there. So I'm just going to fast forward this for you guys so that I don't bore you guys and this doesn't get overly monotonous. So guys, what I like to do is to stop here, go to the other side, start using another needle and thread to sew exactly how I sewed on the other side. This way you just prevent one side from looking longer than the other and prevent your closure from looking uneven. So we're just going to repeat the same process. Now if you want to cut out this excess lace, you can. Since it's not my hair, I didn't feel the need to, and I also didn't feel the need to ask the client if I should, because sometimes they don't know what to do and it actually won't, disturb the wig at all. So leaving it is not bad. So guys, this is the end of our stitching. What I like to do is to go one more time over the last stitch and then secure it by tying it 3 times. So guys, this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's flat, everything looks nice. This wig is going to sit on my client's head perfectly. The next thing we're going to do is to do our spacing, that is draw our lines for our bundle sewing. I like to do 1 inch spacing, and then when I get to the top I do 0.5 inch spacing. So you just want to hook your tape there, bring it all the way down. I'll be starting just at that point because it's a bob wig. I don't feel the need to start down. So at this point, I'll start putting my 0.5 inch markers. So guys, I'll be drawing the line. Now, a thing you should look out for is the shape of your closure. The way I'm drawing these lines is not the same way I would draw the lines if it were to be for a 4x4 closure or a 5x5 closure or a frontal. So this is actually a 2x6 closure, and I have to draw it this way so it will match the nature of the closure. I mean, with time, when I start doing other wigs, you will understand what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see, I did not extend the line below this recent one because most times that part I'm touching right there, irritates some clients, and I like to cut it off because it helps your wig move from left to right. Leaving it there just going to make it really rigid. So most of the time I like to cut it off. That's why I actually take my wefts a little bit higher. So guys, as you notice, I'm not drawing my 0.5 lines. I don't draw them because I don't want to get confused. Because most times I might not start exactly where I want to start, depending on how I'm seeing the wig grow or build. So as I said, these lines are just for yourself. They're not for aesthetics. You're not doing it for it to look good. Go over the lines as much as you can, correct them as much as you want. The whole point is that at the end of the day, your lines should be as straight as possible and your wig should be looking neat and evenly distributed. That means your bundle should be looking evenly distributed, guys. So now the next step is for you to know your inches placement. Now this is 8 inches, this is 12 inches. What you want to do is to place the 8 inches on the lowest point of the line. Find where on those lines that if you put this 12 inches below, they'll be equal. I'm so sorry guys, this was zoomed in. I didn't know that I didn't get this part, but I assure you that the 12 inches is the same length below with the 8 inches. So again, this is what I'm saying. You put this there and then you put the 12 inches and move it along those lines to see where they'll be equal below, and then you just mark that point. This is just for length maximization because you don't want to take your 8 inches so far up, and then by the time you're putting your 12 inches, you have to make the bob really short for them to match. So I took the pin out because these wefts were very hard, and I just want a little bit of flexibility. So by the time I'm done securing that part of the wig, I'm going to put the pin right back. So whenever I'm starting my lines, I like to double loop or double blanket, and then I like to go through the weft 1 or 2 times, and then just depend on how secure I'm feeling is looking, and then I just work with that. A great tip when you're hand sewing is that you want to hook your weft to a pin. That way it's across a line, and you'll be moving like a machine. So at this point, as I'm secure with that part of it, I will be going over the weft. I won't be going through the weft because it's pretty hard going through the weft because some wefts can be really thick. I also want to mention, guys, that I actually did double the wefts. This is not single sewing. I doubled it, and as I progress to the top, I will actually be singling it out. so that it doesn't look bulky on top. So guys, I'll just continue showing you this part fully, and then I'll show you how I cut my weft when I'm done with a line before I speed things up. So I like to cut it before I do my last 1 or 2 stitches. I don't cut it after my stitching, always before and when I'm really close to the end. So I'm going to go over the weft like this. So instead of cutting your thread to go to the next line, I just like to move it this way. So guys, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the next line. Secure the weft, putting the needle through it, hooking my bundles, and then I'll just go in. So guys, I've come to the last line before we start at 12 inches. As you can see, that line extends to the front. I don't want that 8 inches to fall on the face, so I'm going to be redirecting my lines so I can get the best possible results. So I'm just going to take my Sharpie and then move that line down to meet the other one. I'm going to sew this and then I'm going to come right back. So this is what it's looking like. Ignore the line in between. So we still have a full bundle left, so I have to go back in and sew in between this 1 inch spacing. So guys, this is what it's looking like. Everything is 0.5 inch spacing. Now these things happen because sometimes when these manufacturers make these bundles, they stretch the lengths a lot. So sometimes you have short wefts, sometimes you have longer wefts, so you just have to find a way to manipulate all of it together. So guys, let's just start our 12 inches. Same process, same procedure. Follow the lines, follow the lines, follow the lines. You've seen how I start my threading, you've seen how I've moved my threading along the line, and you have seen how I end it and how I cut my weft. So guys, I just followed the line and I decided to leave the last part for you to see. Now sometimes when you're a beginner, when you're seeing these spaces in between the wefts, you will start getting scared. Oh, I don't want it to show when I cover my bundles, when I cover my closure. Trust me, there's no way your hair, like the hair has to be very scanty for it to show in 0.5 inch spacing. Another thing you should notice that when you get to the front, you actually want to single weft, don't double your weft. So you don't want your wig to look like a box, so you always have to be very careful when you're spacing on top. Okay guys, this is what it looks like at the end of it. As you can see, the top is really flat. As you can see, the 12 inches and the 8 inches are meeting together below. There are no spaces in between. As I'm moving the hair, you're not seeing any weft, which is very important. So this is what it looks like inside of the wig. I've removed the lace. See the spacing, we have to go back in so that you can see what 0.5 spacing looks like and what 1 inch spacing looks like. And you can see the 1 inch spacing are looking big, but it wasn't showing at the back of it, so you have to trust the process. So guys, this is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I can't wait to see you in the part 2 where I'll be cutting it into a bob. Please, if you're a beginner, watch that video, and I can't wait to see you. Bye.